First off,
it's nasty. Why the fuck would you wear your makeup?
But that's something that you're breaking up with me over?
Yes, when I say wash your face.
I could wash my face today, though.
You should have been washed your face.
So you don't even really love me then. Because if you really love me, you would sit there and be like, wash your face.
You wore your makeup for 3 fucking days.
If you really love me, you would have sat there and told me to wash my face. Like, babe, wash the makeup off or something. You would have talked to me heart to heart. Like I'm a person that you love rather than talking to me like some random bitch that you just started fucking with.
Why are you wearing your makeup for more than 3 days? Why?
First off, I paid $160 for this makeup because it was for a special occasion.
Okay. And the occasion is over with.
Okay, and I'm washing the makeup off today.
Okay, but it's been 3 days. That shit nasty.
Okay, and I'm washing it off today. But for you to break up with me,
your makeup for 1 day. That's it.
Okay, first off, you have no judgment about it because you're a dude. And second off, like, if you really love somebody, like, if your musty ass was musty, I wouldn't say, oh, I'm breaking up with you because you musty. I would help you to fuck out and buy you some deodorant or tell you to hop your ass in a fucking shower or some shit.
The first day, like, hey, you musty, I'm gonna fix
No,
that shit.
Okay, but you ain't tell me at all, though. You just want to straight break up with me.
Because that's nasty.
That's why I said that you don't love me. Man, you don't fucking love me then.
So long. Can you please get out?
Okay, well, you don't fucking love me, and that's what the fuck it is. You never loved me.
I guarantee you, if I never brought up this conversation, you would have had that makeup on.
Never.
Yes,
never. No, the fuck I would not.
Yes, you would.
No, the fuck I would not. Why the fuck would I have it on for 3 days?
I don't care. You should only wear
No, that shit was $160, and this is day.
What's up, Lexi Mob? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, y'all had just saw that chaotic video and stuff like that, and we have some thoughts, honey. We have some thoughts. Now, basically, what happened was this guy and his girlfriend, they got in a heated argument and stuff like that. And basically, he's breaking up with her and stuff like that because, you know, she refuses to take off the makeup that she's had on for 3 days now. 3 days. She's had this makeup on for 3 days. And pretty much he's breaking up with her because of that. Child, let's talk. Now, I've watched the video and stuff like that. And I have some thoughts, and I'm looking at it from both ends of the stick. We're looking at it from both perspectives. On one hand, with the girl, it's like this. Like she had said, like, you know, if you love me and stuff like that, as opposed to putting me on blast and stuff like that, you pull me aside and be like, hey, babe, you've had this makeup on for 3 days now. Like, don't you think it's time to take it off? Like, you know, you pull me aside and, you know, have a heart-to-heart with me and stuff like that and help me get myself together, as opposed to just, you know, putting me on blast like that and pretty much crying over spilled milk, making a big deal out of nothing. I'm looking at it from the girl's perspective. But from the guy's perspective, I'm looking at it like this. Honey, you a grown-ass woman. Shouldn't nobody pretty much have to hold your hand and tell you pretty much that you had the same makeup on for 3 days now and stuff like that? Like, you're a grown woman. Like, you know, like, how long you've had this makeup on and stuff like that. Common sense will tell you, like, well, damn, I've had this makeup on for too long now, so that maybe it's time to take it off. Like, pretty much shouldn't nobody have to hold your hand and baby you. Like, you're grown. You're responsible for you. You know how long you've had this makeup on and stuff like that. Like, go ahead and take that shit off. Like, I don't have to hold your hand and baby you and tell you anything, you know. You should know. Like, when you're grown up, you're responsible for you. Should nobody have to tell you anything, pretty much. Especially with hygiene in general, even though makeup has nothing to do with hygiene, but with hygiene in general, shouldn't nobody pretty much have to tell you to clean up yourself? You should know to do that. Like, let's just say if you musty and stuff like that, or if you stink and stuff like that, like, that's common sense. Shouldn't nobody have to tell you anything. Like, you should know, like, right off the dome that you should do that, you know? Same thing with this makeup thing, so like that. Like, your boyfriend shouldn't have to hold your hand and baby you. Like, you should take one look in the mirror and be like, well, damn, it's been 3 days since I've had this makeup on. Like, maybe it's time to take it off. Like, you should have known that yourself, that you should have done that, as opposed to wait for him to tell you. Like, he should have to hold your hand and baby you. So, I understand it from both ends. And honestly, it makes me question their relationship in a way. It makes me question, like, okay, obviously, like, the girl didn't show her face, and I don't know her from a can of paint and stuff like that. But it makes me question their relationship, like, what else kind of things has she done that hasn't been documented, that hasn't been, you know, put on blast, because the way he's reacting is giving very much, you know, she's done disgusting stuff like this before, and, you know, it's gone under the radar simply because he loves her, and, well, loved her past tense. Like, he loved her. It's given very much like she's done disgusting stuff like this before, and because the fact he loved her, he let it go under the radar and really didn't acknowledge it in hopes of her noticing it herself and getting herself together. And pretty much this right here pretty much was the straw that broke the camel's back, that pushed him over the edge to the point where he had to call it out and break things off with her. So it makes me question, like, what else kind of disgusting things has she done? Like, is her kitty cat clean? Like, does she bathe her ass entirely? And, you know, he done let stuff like that go under the radar because he loved her in hopes of her noticing it herself and getting herself together. Like, that's very questionable. The fact that your boyfriend pretty much had to tell a grown woman that she's had the same makeup on for 3 days now, like, that's really questionable. Like, does he have to tell you everything about yourself for you to get yourself together? Like, that's very questionable. And granted, she has said in the video that she had paid $160 for it. Like, I understand that, but still, honey, it's been 3 days. Like, come on, take that shit off and get it redone again. Like, come on now. Plus $160 for a makeup job. That's kind of insane. But hey, that's your money. Do with it what you want to, honey. And I remember she had said in the video, well, your opinion means nothing because you're a dude or something like that. Okay, and even if he was a woman, like, would you have still flipped out? Like, all in all, like, honey, shouldn't nobody have to tell you to take care of yourself? Shouldn't nobody have to tell you that you have the same makeup on for 3 days? You should have been and known that and took care of it, you know? Like, should nobody have to hold your hand and baby you when you're grown? You know? Unless you're like a special needs adult, I understand that. But if you're a grown person that knows how to think and take care of yourself, then, like, you're responsible for you. Like, you should have took care of that ahead of time. So while her feelings are valid, while I understand that, you know, while I understand that, you know, with him being her boyfriend, you know, he would have pulled her aside and, you know, talked to her privately and stuff like that, and, you know, allowed her to get herself together and stuff like that. Like, I get that part. Like, he could have done that part, you know, pulled her aside privately and allowed her to get herself together. He could have done that. Like, I'm on her side with that. But I'm more so lean on his side. Like, you're an adult. You're responsible for you. Like, should nobody have to hold your hand and baby you, you know? So, and like I said, I don't know these people from a can of paint. I'm just speculating here. I just want to say that I have a feeling that this right here was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, maybe, just maybe, like I said, I'm just speculating here. I don't know these people from a can of paint. It makes me think, like, you know, maybe this is the straw that broke the camel's back, and, you know, Buddy had let it slip under the radar of all the other disgusting things she's done in the past in hopes of her noticing it herself, in hopes of her getting herself together. And he let it slide on the radar because he loved her. But this right here pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, she flipped out on him and stuff like that for bringing it to her attention, and that was just it, you know? So, yeah, that's very questionable. Like, what else kind of disgusting stuff has she done in their relationship that, you know, he probably just let it slide because he loved her, and this probably was the straw that broke the camel's back, and he had to call it out. So, yeah, and also I just want to say, honey, if you're watching this video, you're lucky you had a boyfriend that called that out, because, you know, because it's just like this. In some situations, honesty is the best policy, you know. I would rather have a boyfriend that, you know, called that stuff out as opposed to just as opposed to having a boyfriend that let it slip under the radar, because, yeah, that would have been embarrassing, you know. So, yeah. all in all, that's just about it for this video and stuff like that. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those if you want to become part of the Lexi Mob. So until next time, peace out. Biatch.